Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. How the devil are you? Thanks very much for coming over and joining us as a group, to another Friday Night Live. Hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a great week. Let's welcome the boys in. Here they are. Look, Mum and Dad's in the background. Here they are.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome.
Hello, everybody. Lisa said, let's welcome the boys, not the puppies.
What?
So, like I said, I hope you've all had a great week. I hope the weather's been a bit better. Well, actually, it's been nice all week until today, and I got absolutely saturated. So, yes, but it's Friday, so who cares? The week is over. The weekend is now beginning. So, let's get on with what we're going to do tonight. Oh, quickly, before we start, I'm just going to tell you who we're going to do the Makers Auction for this year. We had... Well, I messaged the guys earlier a week ago or so, and we decided that we was going to do this year's Makers charity for the British Heart Foundation, which I think is a well-worthy cause. So,
nearly see that.
Yeah, British Heart Foundation. So, I think it's a worthy cause. So that's what we're going to go for this year. So, we're going to, in the background, start working on that. We will get a date up ready for the Makers Auction, and we, as always, we will try and push it and promote it as much as we can. So, looking forward to that. So, like I say, another worthy cause. So, hopefully, we can raise a few quid for them again, or for those, like we have the others this year. Right. So, this week, I am turning a piece of wood, as always. I'm going to be playing with this. This is the Manpa 8mm Carbide cutter wheel. So, comes in a small box like this. So, as you can see,
Trying to put the link in with a bit of luck.
Yep, 2-inch circular cutter.
Why am I doing? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
6mm, sorry, 6mm cutters, not 8mm. I thought it was 8mm.
Why are you not putting the link in?
I don't know. I can't do it on my machine.
No, you can't do it. I see. Yeah, you can't.
It won't do it for me.
Just admit it. You can't do it.
So anyway, this is the cutter I'm going to... I've had this quite a while. I watched Stuart Farini. Stuart Farini bought one of these, and he did a video on it. It must be 3 months, no, 2, maybe 3 months ago now.
Yeah, it cut brilliant, didn't it?
And it cuts really nice.
Really
I
nice.
ordered one, and it's been sat on my bench for, it must be nearly a month and a half. So I thought tonight is the night, or it's about time that I actually broke it out of the box. So I actually mounted it a little while ago. So if you've got a Proxon long neck grinder, it actually fits exactly the same as the rasp piece or the Arbortech piece. You still use that little plate in the middle there, and it fits absolutely.
Go back to the main camera, see if they can't see it.
Oh, right, sorry.
Main camera, you don't need us.
So you can see
it better then.
You can see, there you go. So you can see that it fits exactly the same as it does with the rasp or the Arbortech or the sanding disc. Your little black disc in the middle fits absolutely perfectly in there, and it's got three, as you can see, three little tiny carbide cut discs on it. So you should end up with a nice smooth cut, not like the Arbortech blade or the rasp where it's just tearing it out. This should actually cut it, so you should end up with a nice smooth area. Hopefully that it's not going to need too much, hopefully none, but maybe a little bit of sanding. So we're going to see how we get on. So that we're going to be playing with that, and then obviously we're going to be playing with some colour and whatever else we decide to do.
Oh, not colour as well.
Oh, not colour.
Oh, you're spoiling us now.
So I have a piece of silver birch on the lathe. It's half a tree, or half a trunk of a piece of tree.
Half a tree?
Half a tree. Massive, it's huge.
Massive tree. The tail stalks out in the garage, out on the other side.
It's a piece.
That's what Nicky says.
Real interest. Anyway, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna actually make a bowl or nothing out of it. I'm just gonna make it so it's flat on both sides, and then we're gonna just face it off, and then we're gonna put some texture in it and see how it comes out. Hopefully, if I can keep a little bit of this bark on the edge, that'll be quite nice. So we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go over and get ready.
It's got a big sticky out bit too.
Yeah, it's got a lovely sticky out bit. So I'm gonna go get ready, and the guys will welcome you all in.
Go on then, Brian.
Don't want to now.
He's sulking.
No. Tack with them all. Don't worry about it. Just don't.
I'm in the huff. Right, here we go. Started off with James Dunn, Christian Michael Heseltine, Weaval, Sheen Hurst, Norman Grimwell, Robert Coppler Woodturning, Doug Miller, Paul Finlay, Mr. Paul Houghton's in as well, Malcolm Douglas, Susie the Swiss Woodturner, Roy, or should I say Delroy, is in. Who is that? Bob P. from Virginia. Ward Wilson's in. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Barry's Wood Creations. Pete of the Twisted Trees, or Twisted Pete, as I call them.
Yeah.
Ruby Clare's in. Good evening from Canada. Brian from Greenhaven Creations. The Professor is also in. Des Barnwell. Oh no, it's Andy. Andy's in there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Intermediate's in.
Terry Bartlett's also in. Rob from Klingspor's in. Lionel is in as well. Can't say the rest of your name, Lionel, so I'll leave that up to Terry.
L'Italia de Leo.
That's it. That's the one. Matthew is in as well. Alex of Wooden Things. Brian with a Y is in.
Brian
Kevin
Altanero di Madeira.
Creations is in. Mark of the Beckett's of the RPT Wood Turner is in. He's
Alex of Wooden Things.
Mark's just in for a flying visit. He's down the pub.
Oh,
Don't change her then. And I think
just hold on. Did I say it was finished? Just you wait there.
No, we're all ears. Nobody's perfect. Get on.
No, I think that's everybody. They say Paul
Professional Idiot 101's in.
Where did he come in?
Professional Idiots 101. See, come on, keep up, Brian.
101.
Currently, Stephen, anyway. And welcome aboard, everybody. 61 people watching.
There is.
Right, so
Thank
just
you for joining us.
just quickly, I need to thank Rob from Kingsport. He sent me a few little bits the other day. Thank you, Rob, for that. I really do appreciate that. I will be playing with them, and I will let you know how I get on. Thank you very much for that. And he's also put in count on us for that. I take that's for the Makers Auction, so I appreciate that as well, Rob. Thank you very much.
Good man.
Fabulous, brilliant.
And I'll just add my little bit of thanks to Rob there too, because I got a little bit of a what do you call them? A little bit of a parcel as well.
Right, so
thank you very much, Rob.
Two
lovely big pens.
And I'd just like to say to Rob,
you're not getting that.
I didn't get nothing. Nah.
I'll send you one of my pencils, Terry. Rob sent me 2 pencils. They're a foot long each.
God, blimey.
Right, so
He's in.
we've got this knobbly bit here, and we've got this knobbly bit here. So we're just going to gently ease our way through that, and then we're not going to make it too thin. Maybe take it so it's about 2 inches thick, and then we'll just clean up the back side of it as well, because we're actually going to be texturing this side, not this side. But I need to get enough there so I can get a mortise in there to obviously grab it. So we're going to stand, because there's a piece of wood out of shape and out of balance. It's held in, as always, with 54mm Forstner bit that I've drilled on the bench drill. So I'm going to turn the lathe right down, and I'm going to turn the lathe on. And if I turn the power on, wait for the
Professional Idiots 101 says you can see the shape of the funnel straight away.
Okay. and we've got Barry Chitty and Andy, the Valley Wood Turner, Bundy Row in as well.
Right, so we're going to turn our lathe on, and we're going to stand to one side, because obviously if this comes out, it's going to hurt. So why is my lathe not starting up?
Big pencils and stickers, says.
My lathe won't start. Why won't it start?
Benjamin's in, everybody. Benjamin's in.
I know.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Stand by your beds.
You're coming in.
Ben.
Ryan, do me a favour.
Right, let's try again.
Yes, mate.
Send Rob at Kingsford my address.
Send Rob. Why?
79 St John's Road, Tilling St Lawrence.
That's yours.
That's your address, you ratbag.
Right, so lathe on slow, and we're gradually going to turn up our lathe just to get rid of some of that vibration.
Get Brian to send me your address. I'll do that, Rob.
So you can see that we've got a shadow there, so we're just going to start taking that out gradually. Remove them chunky bits.
You shouldn't bow to peer pressure, Rob. Just ignore him. He doesn't.
Yeah, just ignore
really
me,
need
Rob.
something.
I don't really care.
He doesn't need a pencil. You know, it's just I would just ignore him if I was you.
We normally do.
Yeah,
we normally
try to as much as humanly possible, but he comes every week. You know, he just
and it's
keeps
worked
coming.
all these years.
I know. What's it like?
Don't we have anybody questions? Put a couple of question marks in front so we can see, or cut a couple of Q's.
Oh.
We can see it's a question because the chat flies by quite quick sometimes.
Tonk.
That's what happens if you try and push it in too deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Has it moved in the chuck a bit? Has it moved in the chuck a wee bit?
No, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's just loosen it off and reseat it.
Turn the speed up a bit, be fine.
Yeah.
Mr. G's in. We're turning. Oh, Mr. G.
Rob says, I'm just trying to get rid of all the stuff from my garage.
Yeah, no, well, you know, if I find your address, you'll be getting some back. Something totally different.
Yeah, he's going to send you some shavings. I don't know if he's going to make shavings. He hasn't made any shavings for ages. You did just say hello to Mr. G there, didn't you?
Hello, Mr. G.
I did say hello to Mr. G. You weren't listening again. Brian, Robert Porter is in. Hello, Robert.
Hey,
Gentleman
Robert.
Woodturner's in. I thought he came in just now.
He was in, but it was Mark Beckett
Another one.
RPT that was in, but it's now the Gentleman Woodturner. So he's not waiting at the pub at all. There's two of them.
Ganging up on us.
He's going to meet himself down the pub.
No, the other one's gone down the pub. He's still there talking on here.
Perhaps he has to go on his own because nobody else wants to go with him.
Oh.
Chisky's Recreations is in. Good evening.
That's better.
Hi, Chisky.
So we move that a bit closer now. We can get a little bit closer.
Howdy, folks, on this hot afternoon. Oh, he must be cooking where he is.
Chisky, it's been a beautiful afternoon today. I was at a horse agricultural thing today in Northern Ireland. The biggest show in Northern Ireland is. And it was 20 degrees today.
Perfect day for it now.
It was cooking. It was perfect. Beautiful day. And I came
And
home
I went-
and I cut 4 acres of grass as well.
Oh. I went to Daventry Woodturning Show today.
Oh, that was nice.
It was lovely.
Did you buy anything? Did you buy anything nice?
I did. I
Well, you
bought-
watched the Tiny Turner, did you?
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't watch her actually. I just saw her for briefly, but I said hello to her and had a chat, and then she started her demo. So.
She said, "Are you stalking me again?"
Yeah, well, actually, what you said, I said I ain't gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm going. Look at me, I said, because you're at my club on Tuesday, and you're probably gonna do the same demo. So I don't want to. So I should see her Tuesday anyway. So I'll see you Tuesday. Tara.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I bought a nice, huge box scraper today. Because I've been, so what's the word? I've been threatening to get myself one for ages. The others are too thin if I go too deep. Finish the
Lionel
bottle.
says-
So I bought a
Lionel
nice
says-
quarter-inch thick, like inch and a
Hey.
half wide.
Wait.
What?
I'm talking. Stop talking when I'm talking. I can't believe you. Dire Emergency has joined us. Good evening, the Dire Emergency.
Okay.
And Lionel says, finally, a video with a Manpa tool. You will
Steve
really love
using.
it. I've used them since year one.
Oh, really?
Right.
Or since 1 year.
Oh.
Since you mean 1 year, I think, Lionel.
This is quite green.
That's
this
no
wood.
good. He never told us, did he?
Right, Manpa cars.
Well, I'm going to sharpen this for a final cut.
And PA cars.
So we just sharpen this up quickly.
Oh dear. Right. Would that Manpa cutter be 88 pounds, Steve?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was about 50 quid delivered. The only thing I wish I'd have done, I wish I'd have ordered a separate set of cutters with that. But never mind.
Yeah.
Did you order it from Manpa Tools or did you get it?
I got it from that chainsaw place that Stuart had tagged on his website, on his
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
video.
Ian Leach is in. Hello, Ian.
Right.
Hi Ian, how you doing? Right, so nice sharp
See,
gouge.
see, Manpa cars. Chainsaw bars, Mary Jones.
That's the
That
one.
was-
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Here we go. If you want the Manpa cars, here's the place to go and have a look.
Put a 10 on this or a mortar, Steve?
Well, I might put a 10 on it, actually, because then I can
Yeah.
sand it off, can't I?
There you go. There's the place that if you want to go and have a look at the Manpa cutters.
Ron?
www.chainsawbars.co.uk/Manpa. Pete says, don't break anything for 5 minutes. Got to pop down to the workshop and feed more oil to the thirsty piece of wood. If you haven't seen it yet, have a look on Pete of the Twisted Trees Facebook page and feast your eyes on the piece of burl that he's turning.
Nice.
Archie Scott's in.
Archie.
Hi, Archie.
Archie.
How are you, buddy?
Jennifer's Crafting Creations is in. Hello, Jennifer.
Ah, good
Hi,
evening,
Jennifer.
the lovely Jennifer.
How are you? Right, so we're going to mark for a tenon, which is, I can't remember, 48mm. Does that sound about right? For a tenon?
Well, not on my lathe, so I don't know. Not on my SK114 57.
How do I do a screen? How do you
Kelsey
do, how do
Krafts
you
has
do a
just
screen
joined
print
us.
on your
Hello,
computer?
Kelsey Krafts.
How do you do what, bro?
Do a screenshot on your computer. I know how to do it, sorry. I'll figure it
Control P. No, that's print.
out.
Control
Print
K,
down.
is it? Control K, in it? Something like that.
Don't know. No idea. Tell you what.
CET Wood Turner's in.
Good evening.
CET.
Good evening. Set.
What's that now then?
Set. Midday on we go.
Right,
What's
so
that now, Ryan?
that's my tenon, so I'm just going to
We're all
nudge
set.
just before that. Then I'll just clean it up with a spindle gouge.
Step. Midday on we go.
So we'll get our small spindle gouge and just clean that up a little bit. Not with there, we'll go to a camera that you guys can see.
Yeah.
There. So we're just going to gentle nibble that into that. Put a slight little dovetail on there. Just move that tool resting a little bit. That's a little bit.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Some people's comments just take me to the fair. What's Alex? Alex, I wish you a speedy recovery. What's this for?
Yeah, what's wrong with Alex then? Let's wind back up the
Alex?
chat. We didn't see that.
I must have missed something, did I? Alex, wooden things. Not much getting done. Wooden things workshop for the past week or two. Been diagnosed with sciatica.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that.
Pain
left to right leg.
goes down from the middle of your spine down your leg. It's excruciating sometimes.
So just going to use a little Stanley blade just to cut these fibres off here. So in trouble with silverbacks, you get a bit whispery, don't it?
Jennifer Turner says, Ben, I can do you a free sample. 5 meter sample. Free. Shipping be about 40 quid.
Robert off the brought wood with the bought wood says he bought a used record AC 400 today for 40 quid.
Oh,
Bargain.
wasn't good.
Bargain. Just need to change the filter, it'll be grand.
So I'm
For a
just
new motor on it.
Yeah,
Buy some
the
legs for
voices.
it.
get a new remote control and a new control panel. That'd be perfect.
Yeah. Buy some legs, new battery, new motor.
Oh, get out of the way.
Right. Brian with the white says,
Brian
lovely
Elton
sharp
says-
focus on that camera.
It is.
It is.
Beautiful.
Steve's been messing about with the cameras again.
He's turned the contrast up and it looks
He's
lovely.
actually coming to my house to fix mine for me.
I'll come for a holiday, Brian, I think.
Yeah, indeed. Paul
Right.
Kavanagh's in. Nobody's left in bed
Hello,
now. Hope
Paul.
that workshop's clean, Kavanagh.
Right, so I've just been and got my orbital sander so I can sand that. I'm not going to sand that when that's rotating because I like my fingers where they are.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to quickly run the orbital sander over this. That's too
That
loud.
emergency,
That's
emergency says, I'm starting to think I need better air filtration, as it seems I have developed a hypersensitivity to CA fumes. Stop using CA.
Yeah. Depends how you use it, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, if you're using it as a finish, not but wonder it gets fumy.
Do it outside. Right, question from Kev 9K is, has anyone put a spark on a silver birch?
Yeah,
Silver
but
birch
you
bark.
got to be
natural
careful of
fire
that because
starter.
it burns like the very devil.
All the resin in it.
It does, yeah. It's a natural fire starter.
Wrong about that.
Benjamin says, please be careful with that razor, Steve. He'd hate to see it slip and go through you and damage the wood.
Who said that?
Ben.
Ben.
Benjamin. Yeah. Paul Capman says, I used my CNC for the first time. It has no enclosure. The dust was impressive.
Took him 4 hours to find out the result of how it cut.
What I want to know is, how did you notice the extra dust in your workshop, Paul?
Couldn't see the timber he was cutting.
Ah, dear.
Robert Kingsworth says, is that a DA125, Steve?
Say again, sorry?
125 millimeter.
Is that a DA125 you're using?
No, it's Makita.
125 millimeter.
Oh, yes, 100, yeah, 25 mil, sorry, 125 mil, yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Velcro bud sticky pad.
This wood's a little bit green, that's why it's not sanding very well.
Mm.
Robert says it. All works fine. Amazing at that price. It is amazing. That was a gift. 40 quid. I have to
Right,
say.
so that's what was that?
Somebody
one?
must have.
That was 80 grit, so we've got 120, 240. So 80 grit. Right.
Rob says, I think Brian should organise a 2024 wood turning show. He's definitely got the room. What? Where?
Matthew Lawrence, good evening, Matthew, says, anyone got a microclean hanging air filter system? I've got the chance to having one. Any thoughts on them? Yep, I got the AC400, Matthew. And so is Brian. I think so is Steve. It's brilliant. Switch it on when you get in there. I'll switch it on for 4 hours, timed for 4 hours, do all my work, walk outside, and then, or do the live, and then 2 hours afterwards, it sucks all the air out.
Yeah.
As you walk out, blow the workshop with an air gun, so it all lifts into the air and walk out the door. Come back 4 hours later, it's gone.
I'll be honest, I was a little bit sceptical when I bought mine. I didn't think it was going to work, but they do make a massive difference.
They do.
Yeah.
Lucy Bundy Rose in. Good evening, the lovely Lucy.
Oh, Lucy.
Gary Glass is in. Lucy, Gary.
Matthew Lawrence got an CIY, yeah. She's right on that. Ward Wilson, my life flipped the circuit breaker in the shop. When I flipped it back, I heard a cracking in the box. Long story short, electrician will be coming on Monday to
Rewire
rewire
the whole
shop. Whoops.
Tez Johnson's in. Tez.
All right, that'll do for that. It's up to 240 grit.
It's a question I want to ask. Where did that comment go? I want to ask Ward. Does your lathe run on 110 volts, or does it run on 240 volts or 220? Ward.
It's in America, isn't it? It'll be 110, won't it? Surely.
Yeah, but they're using a whole lot more 220 stuff nowadays.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but on a 110 system, it might have cooked the workshop.
Right, so
I don't know. That was just as a matter of interest for myself. That's all I asked that for.
So
Somebody's put the word out, Steve. Somebody's put the word out. There's 80 people watching.
80 people watching.
Oh my God! Well, thank you.
So at this time, there's too many of the questions on a postcard, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Please send a PO box.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way. Send a letter.
Friday night live. Get an answer eventually.
Matthew Lawrence said, "Is 50 quid a good price for the
microclean?" Yeah.
Microclean. What is a microclean?
Is that not a small cleaner?
It's an air filter, isn't it?
I'm going to have a look.
Air filter system.
Yeah, I'm going to look. Now,
I wish
I'd
have bought my AC400 a long time ago.
Yeah, so do I.
Look at that. That's a pretty bit of wood, isn't it?
Microclean.
It's a shame to blink and carve that up, Steve.
This is the back. This is the back.
Oh, that is in back.
Yeah. Shame.
Still a little bit green, to be honest, but There's a
They're
few
still
little
cut
cracks.
well.
There's a few little cracks coming in the top of it, but I'm hoping if I can seal it, and then I'll leave it a little bit, and I'll just trim the bottoms off, so it's got something to stand on, like a little foot. But I don't mind any old crack here and there, to be honest. I think that sets them off a little
Pretty
bit.
good.
10 pound crack. It's fine.
£10 crack. Well, I've got 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 quid's worth there.
Oh, yeah, fine. So there's 100
Philip
quid in that
Moss has
piece right
joined
away.
us. Hello, Philip.
Hello, Philip.
Hi, Philip. Hello, devil, are you? Right, so we're going to let that soak in, and then we'll just quickly wipe that off. Give that a little bit of wax on there just to seal that up. And that'll be the back done. Like I say, it's more focal on the front than the back, so...
Oh,
Ward Wilson's just said, he said his lathe is on 220 volts, presumably dedicated wiring, but it turns out so much as 3,000 to rewire the whole garage and shop. Ooh, with proper gauge wiring, so it's a pretty expensive lathe.
Yeah.
Drawing too many amps down the cable doesn't help.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right, so a
That's
little
a
bit.
good thing about ours with the inverter. It doesn't draw nearly as much.
The good thing about our lathes in the UK, especially lathes with inverters, is that the only thing that runs on 240 volts is the inverter and the motor. Everything else is signal wires, isn't it? So there's not a massive
Yeah,
and then the inverter steps it up so it doesn't draw a massive amount in one hit.
Yeah. How about this for the height of laziness then?
What?
I need to change the filter on my air cleaner. Bought it filters 2 weeks ago. Can't be bothered to put them in.
Doug Miller.
Shame to yourself.
Shame on you, Doug Miller.
Your lungs, you only get one set of lungs?
Get your rear end off the chair, go and get the filter changed.
the chair.
It'll take you 2 minutes.
You could be doing it now rather than watch. No, actually, stay here and watch
Come
this.
back and tell us when it's done.
Come back and tell us what it's. Tell us how
None of
long
your
it took you.
nonsense. Just
Doug,
get
there you
out and go and get it done now.
Lungs are important.
Kevin 9K says electricians are not cheap. Yeah, well, I haven't met a cheap one yet.
They're not
Wish they could
cheap.
find-
Yeah, they're not cheap, but you're paying for a profession.
You are.
You are.
If you could get a Sparky for 50 quid and they blew your house up, you go, "What the hell's all that about?"
Oh, they're rubbish. That's a cowboy.
Just do it myself.
Don't forget they've had 5-year apprenticeship. Most
Yeah,
of them.
And they have to pay for their Part P every 2 years, which is another 300 or 400 quid, and to keep being
Yeah,
qualified.
they do. Yep,
So
I know.
and all the
I know all
tools
of
and
that.
all the tools and everything else. So, like any profession, they need to earn money. Right.
Exactly.
So that's the back done. So let's get that flipped.
Gary Glass is in. Did we say Gary
I
Glass?
just said that.
Gary.
Yeah, we did. You.
All right, Gary,
You
how
weren't
you doing?
listening again.
I never listened to you. Gary,
Oh, you know what
Gary.
I've done?
what have you done?
The wrong tenant on.
I put the tenons too small.
Put
No.
a tenant on for a different chuck, did you?
I did. I think I put it on for the SC2.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we'll
no,
change the
it'll be
chuck.
fine.
Won't
Change
be-
it up.
It won't be fine because it don't fit.
It will fit.
It don't fit that one. Stupid boy, Pike.
Don't you be lazy.
Kevin 9K
Change the
says that he says, I now never work without my power cap. Brilliant investment. It is.
Yeah.
And I use it when I'm, don't use it all the time, but I use it when I'm turning wood that is rather dusty or punky or toxic. But I don't use it all the time.
That tenon's a little bit big for that chuck, but that'll be right. Probably get chuck instead.
Lucy says, I should have trained to be an electrician or a plumber. You would make a really good plumber, Lucy,
You're small.
because you're small.
Getting all them little airing
Plumbers need
cupboards.
to get into the
You get on the little
proper
cupboards, yeah.
places, I have to say.
Bearing in mind, of
I
course,
just-
plumber's got to pay £3,000 a year registration.
I just had
A lot of money.
an ensuite bathroom installed upstairs in my house, and the guy was in the tiniest little bit of an attic space between the eaves of the house. He spent 2 days. Not yesterday. Day before, he was in there, and the sweat was running off his forehead.
Yeah, I've had days like that. When I do a
Okay.
kitchen, when I've done a kitchen and you do kitchens and you're squeezed up, you're stuck in a cupboard trying to get a bit of end panel in or something. You're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Ah, Gary Glass. Yeah, right, Gary. I wasn't listening. I never pay attention to what Terry says. He's just,
No.
You know what it's like. So Rob's heading off to get his wife fed. He's going to feed. He's going to have dinner with the missus.
See you later, Rob.
Ready
Thanks
for
for coming
bed.
over.
Get ready for bed.
Yeah.
Thank you
Have
very
a
much
great
for your
weekend,
support. For your
See you
support.
soon, buddy.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks
Thanks
for your
for-
support, Rob.
Thanks for stopping.
Appreciate it. Much appreciated, mate. Have a good weekend.
Best wishes to your wife.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so let's get this faced off. I just want to go far enough to get rid of that, really.
Oh,
Move that camera out a little bit, can't I?
you could have been.
Currently 87 people watching. 89 now. What's going on?
Oh, come on, guys. Let's see.
Must
Can
be
we
rubbish
make
on
100?
TV.
It's Friday night. What else is on?
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
think. Nothing. What's ever on the
Obviously,
TV?
all these people haven't got Netflix, obviously.
I don't. I wouldn't have Netflix. Too expensive.
It's good. Brilliant.
Too expensive.
I like it. Keeps Ruth quiet.
Keeps Ruth quiet. Keeps
And
Ruth
where is?
quiet.
Come think of that. Where is Ruth? Why is she not
I
in the
don't know.
chat?
She's in the other room.
If she fallen out of steam.
Yeah, she don't like me anymore.
Oh, she's doing something. Oh. Bob's in. Dr. Bob. Hey, Dr. Bob. From Detroit, Michigan. Hot and muggy today.
Make 90 degrees. Oh god, that's just too hot.
It's not
That's
hot if
fun.
you're used to it.
No, it's too hot, Terry. I don't care if you're
Mick
used to
Hughes
it.
is in. Did we
Too
say
hot.
hello to Mick Hughes? Hello, Mick.
Right, Mick, how you doing?
Good evening, Mr. Jews.
You got that chess set done yet?
Good man. He says, don't know what happened there, but it just shut down. He had to start it again. Gave me a break from Brian rattling on.
Ah, shut up, Jews. Who cares? Andy says, I've just got back. Anything happened? What looking back for?
No.
Yep.
Go away again.
Everything.
We'll call you. No, you can go away, Andy. We'll call you when you're ready.
Barry says, come on, folks, hit the thumbs up, please. If you like it. I'm there. Alex of Wooden Thing says,
It's
my
even better,
Netflix
yeah.
is very cheap. My
You'll
son
pay
pays
for
for it. Matthew, you're paying for Netflix.
Right, let's have a look at that. So we've got a little bit of a hump on that edge, so let's just bring that
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Quite agree with you there, Ben. I can't cope with much above 23 degrees either. Yeah, Celsius, of course.
Chess set is on the back burner, says Mick.
Ooh.
Why, what happened to the chess set?
I don't know. I mean, I know
Just-
nothing.
You just being lazy there, Mr. Hughes, again? Or,
Robert says it's cold there today, 11 degrees. That's quite warm.
We've got a little bit on there. Just sand that off.
that's a midsummer's day in Northern Ireland, Robert. 7 degrees of the Celsius. Although it's really warm today. Sun is still quite high in the sky.
It's been
And the
miserable.
May blossom is out.
It's been miserable here today. Absolutely
You
miserable.
know,
Got
you know,
saturate.
you know what May blossom is?
No, ain't got a clue.
Hawthorn
Hawthorn.
trees. Hawthorn trees.
Oh, Hawthorn.
Hawthorn
trees.
tree.
Just clean these bit of
We've
bark
had that.
off.
We've had that out here for about 2 months.
You will have, yeah. No, you probably had blackthorn first, because it comes about 2 to 3 weeks before.
Before,
Hawthorn.
it all look lovely anyway.
Or does I? I'm just looking at a lot of hawthorn bush across the lane from me. It's lovely. I'll tell you what I did see today. The some of the big chestnut trees on the way up to where I was going, towards Lisburn. Some of the large chestnut trees have got the flower spikes on them. Absolutely gorgeous. Charlie says it should be a great day for the Northwest 200 Vamora. That's a street motorcycle race, if anybody doesn't know.
Is it? Right. No, don't have a motorcycle.
Road racing, you know.
Twisted Pete, I know what he means, but I don't
They're absolutely bonkers.
What motorcyclist ain't?
Well, that's true. Well,
it's just the women.
I mean, you just have to look in the chat, Pete of Twisted Tree, you know.
Yeah.
Mad, absolutely mad.
Bonker. And that Glenn fella as well, you know.
Right, so
There's only two. That's the only two motorcycles I know. Both of them are bonkers. So,
Yeah, that's
I
it.
ain't had a bike for a long, long time. I think I'd poo my pants now if I was on a motorbike.
me neither, Steve.
No, not me. 17 last time I could get rid of the motorbike. Got a car. Passed me test.
Kevin 9K says the hawthorn young leaves are edible.
Yep.
With bread and cheese. Yeah, you can work away there. My horses love them.
I think I'd rather have the bread and cheese, but
Yeah, me too.
right, let's quickly sand. Oh, cupboard's open. Let's quickly sand this up. Extraction on.
Jennifer wants to know what the wood is, Steve. It is a piece of silver birch. Sorry. Yep. Silver birch, Jennifer.
Silver's off the birch.
And Stephen, the dude of the wood.
Same stuff as I done the other day.
Wood dude's in, Brian, just to let you know twice because you'll forget.
Oh, Gary Glass has a motorcycle as well. Gary, don't be telling me that you're not bonkers. I don't care if you're very careful on your bike. You're still bonkers.
At least we know Steve's microphone suppression is not working.
The old farm folk call them bread and cheese. Oh, did they? Okay. Never heard that before. Yeah.
All right, 120. Take this one on 240, and that'll be high enough, I think.
Delroy says he's not ridden a motorcycle since 2008, but he misses it big time. Oh, get one and get on. Yeah, right, Andy. Show me a motorcycle that hasn't broken the speed limit.
Right, so that's 240, that's enough for what we want.
Ruby Claire says, I wish I still had my bike.
18 I was last time I rode my bike. Long time ago.
I was 17.
Right, so I think I'm going to do cuts with the green.
See, Susie's a biker as well. She loves her bike.
Yep. I've seen a picture of Susie on a bike.
So, Proxon long neck grinder. Make sure it's turned off before you plug it in. Make sure you hold it steady, just in case.
Yeah.
Hold it away from yourself, turn it on. So we've got power now. So I'm going to do... Sorry?
Go on. I was just going to say, Idiot 101's got to go. He'll come back to see the finish.
All right, see you later, mate. Thank you very much, Danny. So we're going to do down the grain. So I'm just going to do some wiggly lines, and we'll see how it comes out. Never used this before, so...
Is that not along the grain, no?
So I said along the grain.
No, you said down the grain.
That is down the grain if you put it that way. Look, down the grain.
See, yeah.
And a tree grows up.
It's only down if you're going down. It's along if you're going along. You can argue that a black crow is white if you want, but
you're just being facetious now.
No, down is down.
It's only across the grain if you're going the wrong way.
Along is along.
I'm going that way.
So these people who say I'm going down the road. Right. No, you're not. You're going along the road.
Unless the road goes down.
No, you're still going along the road.
And you live at the top.
Nope, you're still going along the road.
No, you're going down the road. Or up the road.
Nope.
Yep.
I tell you, I don't know.
Well, that's it. You don't know, but we do.
And Kevin 9K says my two bikes keep my garage full.
Must be big bikes then. Or small garage.
Dr. Bob says, being in the Detroit River and a tributary of the Rouge River, the increase in humidity when there is no air movement doesn't help. I have a big dehumidifier just for my shop, which helps.
Skyward Creation says he has 2 Harleys. I'll take it that's Davidson's. And
assume that.
the third one kept me in hospital for 5 days. So love to ride, but slower, eh?
Quite fancy a ride on a Harley.
Yeah, I've been on one. They're not that good. There's another bike, isn't it?
Sounds like a. Oh no, it's Andy.
But if
Right,
you're mad
wrong.
about bikes,
I'm never wrong, Andy.
about,
Sorry.
if you're mad about bikes, then they're good. You know, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's each to your own, isn't it?
That's a fair old beast of a car, Steve.
It is 3 blades, so it'll give a nice sharp cut.
They're little cupped carbide cutters, aren't they?
Look at nice. Don't want to be
Straight.
pushing it too hard. I pushed a little bit hard with that one.
It's looking a bit like overlapping natural edge timber.
Paul
shed.
Cowan got a good point. He says, but wait, why do you get onto a bus, but into a car, and onto a ship, and onto a submarine, and onto a plane? Not into a plane.
Do you not get into a submarine? I think you get into a submarine. No point in getting on a submarine because if it dives, you're just going to be left on the surface. You need to be in it. Don't start about M-planing and D-planing and M-bussing and D-bussing.
Yeah, I agree. Who's that? Kev.
Gary Glass says,
It is
I'll
just,
bring
a,
you.
just a bike.
Gary says, I'll bring my bike over when I'm back, Brian. You can get a wee sail on it. Yeah. No. Only if you ride my thoroughbred horse, Gary.
Yeah, but he might have more success than you, though.
That'll be interesting. There's not much throttle on my, and there's absolutely no brakes on my thoroughbred. I've started something there.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul, we did try and get you a long neck grinder. I'll keep my eyes open for one for you, Paul.
Where's that disc gone? Don't know what I think of that, to be honest. Right, let's get the nylon wheel on it and see how that comes up. Just brushing all the.
Now there's a skill. Dr. Bob says I've learned to ride a unicycle when I was in grade 9 at school. I don't know what grade 9 is. Take it that's the 9th year of school. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Yeah, but he liked it so much he kept doing it until he was in his 60s.
Yeah.
Then he
It's
found the
fabulous
other
for
wheel.
your balance.
Ruby Claire says the last submarine she got on and she climbed down into it.
Sure you did. Down through the
Oh,
conning
maybe.
tower.
Mick Hughes wants to know if you're going to colour this.
Oh,
Yes.
Gary Glass has only got a wee Ducati 1100cc. That's got more engine than my car, Gary Glass.
And mine. My car's got 1000cc.
Yeah, mine
Bike's
too.
got more.
Yes, I will be colouring it.
Good man.
Oh.
All I remember about submarines is when I used to work on them and sort their engines out, you used to have spanners about 3 or 4 inches long. That's how much a gap you had to get down between the
Much
engines.
room you had, yeah.
Nuts. Yeah, terrible it was.
Lucy Bundy Rose says, I've just had my first ever sale on Vented. Vented?
What's vented?
Vinted, I think is what you mean.
Vinted, is it?
Right, so
Yeah, I think so. Is it minted? Or vinted, sorry.
Isn't that the one where they
Vintage
sell
is,
clothes and all that?
Is that
Vintage, she
thing
means
digging
vintage,
holes in that? No?
VINTED.
Sorry, Brian, you talking to me?
Yeah, is that taking away some of
Vintage.
the wood, that thing?
Yeah, that's taking away the fluffy bits and it's just smoothing the edges over.
I thought it was actually digging grooves in it.
No, that's not good, is it? Just get rid of them nice sharp edges. I don't want them. I want to have it curled over a little bit.
Okay, these Terry Goldwing must have an engine of an engine and a half,
cylinders,
6-cylinder at
cylinders.
1500 cc. Yeah, why would you need that on a motorbike? I mean, it's not like you have to pull anything with it around. Why does it need to be such
No.
a big engine?
Because they like to go fast, quick.
They're a touring bike, aren't they, Goldwings?
Ruby Claire had to ride a
Ruby, did you
unicycle
go
as
to
well.
the same school as Bob then? You both learned to ride a unicycle. Actually, you can make a whole bike, the pair of you, can you really?
Between the two of them, they have a whole bike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a crossbar, isn't it? Away you go.
Paul Findlay wants to know where you got that wheel, Stephen.
This came from, I think it was Tool Station. You get that saw. There's 3 different types they do. I actually found these out the other day when I was having a bit of a move about. So they do that.
Find a link.
They do that one. They do one like that, which looks a bit nasty.
Oh, that's
And then they do a cup wheel as well. Is it a cup wheel? Yeah, cup brush. So they do 3 different types. I don't know what you use that one for. I don't know why I bought that one. I would imagine I use that to clean a bit of rust up on the car. I would imagine.
That's like a Sandoflex.
Yeah. But it lasts a while. I've had this. I must have had it quite a while, and that's now. As I was saying, it's about halfway worn through now. They do last quite a while.
Let me get you a link for a set of those brushes.
Seems to be sanding it off nicely as well.
Yeah, it takes away those sharp edges, doesn't it? So.
Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Andy says
brushes.
they're £5 at Tool Station.
What, each?
I wouldn't know. He just said they're £5 at Tool Station.
I paid 22 quid for one. For a set.
They weren't a lot. They weren't a lot. It was only 4 or 5 quid that wheel. That weren't a great deal of money.
What, for a set of 3?
No, just for one.
All right, okay. Well, here you go. Here's a link. Here's a link.
Roy's the Boy says he tried to do some cutting today on a piece of wood with some mini cutters, cutting bits, but they were slow and burnt the wood.
Yeah,
you're right. That's because you're trying to cut them too quick, Roy. Turn your machine down.
Yeah.
Slow it
machine
down.
down and just go just gentle. Let tool feed itself.
So if you're interested in those plastic type abrasive brushes that Steve's using, there's a set on Amazon for a set of 6. I've just bought them for £22.
I think that's what we're going to go for.
And there's the link.
That looks better now. I've actually cleaned up a little bit.
Bailey Woodworks is in. Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris, how you doing, mate?
What's the difference between a quid and a pound? Nothing.
No difference.
Inflation.
Quid is a short word of a pound. £1. It's a quid.
I don't know where the word quid came from.
No.
No idea. I could look that up. I could look that up. I'll Google
In
it.
the old days, 1 guinea was £1, 1 shilling. But of course, a shilling. Most of you know what a shilling is. Shilling is about 5 pence these days.
I do that when I get cold.
Shilling.
Right, so we're going to give that some sand and sealer. Going to use spray sand and sealer to get in there a little bit easier. So we're going to cover up our lathe. I'll get my bath towel out.
Okay, so the word quid comes as a quid equals 100 pence. And it's believed to come from the Latin phrase quid pro quo, meaning something for something. The quid is, as described, £1 sterling. It's thought to have come into use sometime in the late 17th century.
Right. Roy's the Boy says he got some of those brushes today, Stephen. $2.99 each at Tool Station.
There you go.
There you go.
Money.
I bought 6 for 20
But
quid.
then Roy always does. Delroy always does a deal, doesn't he? So
He does, aye. He probably
Yeah.
bought them in the pub. Never listened to me. Bought them in the pub.
Bought him in the pub. Oh, fat.
Delroy. A shilling in Scotland is called a bob, says Alan Gibb.
Just dry that off.
I welcome Alan Gibb in. I don't remember Alan Gibb coming in, do we?
Well, welcome, Alan.
Exactly. There you
so
are.
that means Dr. Bob's is Dr. Shilling.
Yeah.
Dr. Shilling. Yeah. That has a nice piece of that grain looks lovely without any texture on it. Take the texture back off.
Zip. I'll just rewind it.
We don't have a tool station here or anything that resembles a decent priced hardware store. You're quite
Screwfix
right,
do,
Bob,
don't they?
we do not.
Don't Screwfix do.
Screwfix in your part of the world, Brian?
Yeah, we get Screwfix. There's a Screwfix in Lisburn and in
Yeah.
Belfast, but they're not cheap.
They're not.
Nope.
People over here.
Lucy Bundy Rowe has just said, "Don't confuse me with old money. It's before my time."
Mm.
God, I'm getting old, Ter.
I know, so am I.
Just
Trouble
wondering
is,
where
I'm
I
starting to believe I'm getting older.
He's starting to believe himself. Am I really that old?
When people say, look at that old man there, I'm thinking, who are they looking at? I'm starting to believe it's me now.
Who are they talking about?
It's when you turn around and start looking behind you. You're...
How dare you
Yeah.
call me old? I still think I'm 26. Don't care what it looks like from your side. I think I'm 26.
No, the bottom line is we all look out of our eyes. We don't look in, do we? So-
Exactly, yeah. I can't see myself unless I look in the mirror. Screwfix and tool
Yeah.
station are the same
Yeah.
price as Brian. Well, I don't think so.
The only thing I say
Well,
with
they-
that
they
is
are,
tool
yeah.
stations sell a cheaper range of stuff than Screwfix. I've had some stuff from Tool Station. It's not been the same quality as Screwfix.
Oh, the quality
I'm
is
going to look.
there.
I'm going to look up Screwfix. I'm going to do it now.
Andy's here. Andy, door 60. Even Andy.
Oh no!
Hi,
Hi,
Andy, how you
Andy.
doing?
Screwfix. Screwfix online shopping. Click and collect.
I went to Screwfix yesterday. Bought myself a new lock.
Screwfix Belfast. Let's have a look in there.
I'm just wondering where I should texture these edges.
What we calling these brushes, Dave?
They are Abrac. See that? Abracs.
Yeah, Brax.
Abracs.
Black brushes.
Mike
Um,
Hugh from Ilminster is in. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike. How you doing? I wonder where I should texture this edge. What do you reckon?
Why not?
Should you what to that edge?
Texture
Texture.
the edge as well.
Yeah, of course you should. Save me sanding it.
I would pull it towards you, so that you don't flick the bark out. Yeah. Tops camera, vertical camera.
Overhead. That's the word you're looking for, Telly.
Norman Greenwell says this decimalisation malarkey will never catch on. That's true.
Yes, it will.
I'll still deal in old money. Always convert it.
No,
Yeah, you see that? A shilling, was it shilling? What a 10 bob note.
10 bob note. You mean a 50p?
10 shilling note in it. 10 shilling note. 10 bob note.
You mean a 50p?
That's in new money. Old money. 10 shilling.
Yeah, but it's a 10 shillings. 10 shillings.
I think I still got one of those somewhere.
10 bob note. I think Michelle would have
Yeah.
one too. She's got.
Yeah, I think we started saving old money. And we could
Michelle
afford to
collects
not bother
coins.
with it.
Especially Brian's.
She's a bit catchy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nick does the same, but mine's usually notes. I've started
Yeah.
collecting notes.
Roy's Boy says, Brian, Abrax nylon filament wheel brush, 75mm.
Can't find him with Screwfix.
Tool station.
I haven't got to. You're not listening. We haven't got a tool station
Don't
yet.
do me. I don't care. I don't live there.
Try to help out. I'm trying to help out Paul of the cabinets. Nylon bristle.
Hey, Arcader, eh?
Oh,
Yes.
So yeah.
You two are old. We love
Who
you
said
too,
that?
Ruby. Ruby.
What? Ruby Claire?
And
Yeah,
you
I'm
thought
not as
Ruby
old.
was your friend.
I thought she was my best friend.
See that?
God
Yeah,
damn
right,
it.
Ruby Claire. That's fine.
How can you misjudge people like that, eh?
Yeah, I know. Eh? Shocking. Oh, I might have to open another Zoom bar.
Right.
Another one.
Roy says Screwfix don't sell them, only Tool Station sells.
Oh, there you go. Right, well, that's no use to us, is it? I'll just buy
Paul
mine off
Cameron
Amazon.
says he gets this from Amazon.
Yeah, made the same.
Paid the same as you.
Hold on, Paul. 20 quid. You think you live in rip-off Britain? We have live in rip-off NI.
Right. Let's get a little bit of sand and cedar on that.
Alex of Wooden Thing says, I remember getting a 10 bob note in my Christmas stocking when I was 6.
What? Rich
Thought I
parents.
was rich. Yeah, you're right. I remember the feeling too. My first paycheck was 10 shillings and 6 pence. And Matthew just chimed in from the hallway. You are old.
You are old, see?
Cheers,
He got it
Matthew.
right off, and he.
Good night.
Oh, by the way, Matthew, you're paying for Netflix.
Oh, aye. By the way, Matthew, you're paying for Netflix. Oh, he just said, all right. Yeah, I've got it. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No. I pay for Disney. Yes, I do.
Whoa.
Fight.
Wait, argument,
He
fight.
pays for Disney. I'm paying for Disney.
Well, why don't you stop paying for Disney then?
I'm stopped to pay Disney. Bye, Matthew. Goodbye, Matt. Goodbye. Well, maybe it's not Disney I pay for. Maybe it's Amazon Prime I pay for.
Yeah, that's it. Near enough the same, isn't it? Disney and Amazon Prime.
He's away. He's left me again. I have used a small torch at times in the valleys of wood, then bristle brush to blend the burnings. Ah, good idea, Dr. Bob. Don't be using them nylon bristles when the thing's really hot, though, because it might.
No.
All right, let's just get a little bit more in there.
Lucy just said, I think the halfpenny was still around when I was born. Just.
I should hope so. Hasn't even been gone about 10 years, hasn't it?
I hate to tell you this, Lucy. I remember going to the shops with a farthing.
And they're all going to say, what's a farthing? It was about a quarter of the size of a halfpenny. And it was so thin, you could like clean your teeth between your teeth with it.
You could pick your teeth out with it, yeah.
And it was a quarter of a pence, basically.
Quarter of a pence,
yep. The penny. Quarter of 1 penny. 1 penny. It was 12 pennies made a shilling.
Yeah. Norman Grimwell's. What?
20 shillings made a pound.
Say that again.
What?
It was 10 pence. Did you just say there was 10 pence in a shilling?
No, it was 12 pence in a shilling.
That's better, right? That's what.
20 shillings made a pound.
You could go and get fish and chips and have change in your pocket.
Well, you could
get fish and chips at 2 and 6.
Now, you may laugh at this now, guys, because I remember going to the cinema in a place called Bathgate on a Saturday morning to the matinee with 2 jam jars and a 6pence piece.
Yeah.
That was the entrance. 2 jam jars and a 6pence piece.
6p bit.
Why the jam jars?
On the jam. You get returns from.
Because there was at the time there was a serious shortage of glass.
And then when I was a child, we used to take lemonade bottles and all that milk bottles back, and they give you a penny for them. I'm still Ruby's best friend. Let's see if she remembers.
Oh.
We're of an age, Ruby. I know we are, dear.
Hey. Stop crawling.
I'm not. She loves
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you're just a creep.
I'm going to get a dandelion tomorrow. That got the seeds on. I'm going to go. She loves me. She loves me. Not.
Alex, I am
She loves
indeed,
me.
I am indeed ancient, Alex. I'm only 26.
God, I really choked on that then.
There are Roy, Lucy. The halfpenny finished in 1984.
There you go.
So work that out. You probably were around.
Ah, you was 20 then,
Right,
Lucy.
what? 1964 or 1984?
94. 960 farthings made a
I was
pound.
31.
Imagine your pockets if you went now with £10 coins instead. You had to go with 960 per
Right,
pound.
farthings. Yeah.
Farthings.
It's a lot of halvings.
No, it wasn't though. It wasn't long
World War
after the
II,
war.
so it wasn't long after.
1955 maybe.
Right, so we're going to colour this black.
56 maybe.
We had farthings up to about 1960.
Lucy was born in 1982. She's a
Yeah,
child.
so it was just around that time then, Lucy. They were still in circulation.
Yep, Lucy's a child.
Yeah, that's it, Professor. Penny back on pale ale bottles. And it was great.
Yeah, apparently.
All the street, you go around and ask, you got any bottles, ma'am? Got any bottles of... Excuse me, you got any bottles? And you end up bringing a great carry bag full of bottles. You come back with like 5 shillings. Enough to last 3 weeks. Especially when 5 cigarettes was 5 pence. 1 shilling in these days. 1 shilling. 1 in tuppence for 5 cigarettes.
No, but 5. Yeah, it used to be a penny a cigarette, yeah.
Dirty habit.
Oh, totally. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally. If I had known then what I know now, I would definitely never started smoking.
Well, no, it's true.
But
Look
we
at
didn't know any better. And everybody
We were
did.
encouraged
Everybody.
to smoke.
Well, that was
If
the
you
in
didn't
thing.
smoke, you were
on
the
our
odd one
money.
out. Yeah.
We get you upped, so you
That was-
buy and buy and buy.
That was the in thing then, no, weren't it?
And they can
Smoking.
tax you. Yeah, it was. Even
was,
on
yeah.
airplanes and everything. Is
Mhm.
you light
Everywhere.
cigarettes up anywhere.
And Robert has brought out the old threepenny bit.
Threepenny bit, 3 penny bit, threepenny bit. You need a spanner to get it out of some people's hands.
2 spanners in some cases. Especially Yorkshire people. Oh, they're tight. And the professor says, "Why can I hear the Hovis music in my head now?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I were a lad.
Ah, well,
Yeah, we used to do that too, Andy. Only the shopkeepers got cute to that and they put a stamp on them before they put them out the back in their yard. Ah, amber nectar. I remember he says, "Yeah, dandelion and burdock." No, definitely not, guys. No. Something wrong with you if you like dandelion and burdock. And Lucy Bundy Rowe says, "Question, Andy." Question, Andy says, "Can
says-
anyone remember the Corona Man?"
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Jan. That's new. That's recent.
It's in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, it's the Main Man. Maine. They're the people who made lemonade. And he used to come around once a week, at least once a week, maybe twice. And you got your little crate of juice set at the door if you placed an order.
Benjamin used to smoke cigars when he was 16 because
But Andy-
cigarettes
Yeah.
were a
Andy Bundy
common-
Rowe wants to
with the
know
common
what colour's
people.
next, Steve.
I don't know. What would you like, Andy?
Twisted Pete says, any of you remember getting up from the floor, even a chair these days, without making a strange noise?
Yeah, no, Pete, no.
Well done, Pete.
I was like that this morning, Pete, getting out of bed.
I tell you what, guys, I haven't done a lot of walking around for about 3 months now because of the bad feet. had the
Headfoot, yeah.
the bad heels. And I went, I can manage to walk now, but I went out today and I must have walked about 3 miles and my legs are wrecked.
Good.
I'll be crippled tomorrow. But I'll get over it. Norman Grimwell just said, and when you had
Yeah,
a few half
did
crowns in your pockets, you knew you had them. Yeah, you had to tighten your belt a notch.
All right, so let's just
Keep
get a
your
little bit
trousers
more,
up.
get a little bit more black on there.
Robert Boltwood says he started smoking when he was 14. He gave up 4 years ago. I bet, Robert. Christ, you took a long time to decide, Robert.
Yep. I started smoking when I was 11, I think. Or maybe it was earlier than that. No, it has to be earlier. It must be 9.
For those that
So
don't know, Robert is not 15
I was still at primary school.
or 19.
And I stopped smoking in
5.
2000. So I smoked for a long, long time.
I was 5 when I started smoking. My brother's fault.
Yeah, of course.
Well, all his mates were having cigarettes because he was like,
The big boys made you do it, yeah.
Yeah, and then they said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "I'll have a go." You know, so I had this cigarette. Anyway, when I got back home, my mother said, "Have you been smoking?" I said, "No, Mum. Why?" "But your brother has, and he's upstairs being sick. He's in a heck of a state." I said, "Well, I'm not sick, Mum, so it can't be me."
Sangs and Bonaccord. Sangs and Bonaccord, is that in Aberdeen, Alex?
Well, they would, yeah, Diamers is fully recyclable. Yeah, they used to deliver the milk and all the rest of it. Take a bottles back, get a penny.
Yep.
So it's all recyclable. But,
Yep.
And it's all gone, what's the word?
It's high
Tits
time-
up
high-
because
it's high
they
time it
just
was
wanted
back.
money for plastic. It's cheaper, wasn't it? But it's high time they went back to something like that.
It is, aye. We're going to have to go back to that. We can't
Yeah.
keep producing plastic.
Yeah, but there's no money in recycling bottles like that. Is any money in recycling plastic? That's the
Well,
problem. It's all about making money.
Krisky's Wood Creation says he's been smoking for 53 years.
Wow.
I smoked for a long time too, and I just quit. I just stopped. Just threw the cigarettes
Andy
away.
Bundy Rose says, question to answer Steve's question, turquoise.
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 Turquoise. Have you got turquoise, Steve?
Might have a look. I think I've got it in Joe Sonia.
The professor says he had his first cigarette, or
Aye,
his
iridescent
first
turquoise.
bag, when he's still in nappies.
My God.
Mum obviously fed it to him.
I can't stand the smell of it now. Just
But nappies, no, can I?
no cigarettes, you muppet. Oh God, keep up.
I remember everybody will remember that smoke like back. They used to have a cigarette machine at the end of like paths and lanes and outside shops when they're closed. This is how sort of caring they were. They used to put the change wrapped up in the cigarette.
In the cigarette packet.
It took 2 shilling piece to get a packet of cigarettes, but it was only 1 in 6, so you get 6 pence back in the cigarette packet.
That's correct. Ruby says royal blue.
Okay, Ruby. So we got turquoise, royal blue. Roy, funny enough, Roy said plum.
Gentleman says, instead of buying glass or plastic bottles of milk, we should just all keep a cow.
I was just going to say that. Buy a cow.
Hmm.
Fertilise
Yeah.
your garden at the same time, can it?
Problem is, you need a fair bit of grass to keep a cow, to keep it producing milk. It won't do it on a postage stamp. Kevin 9K says, Brian, I still like the smell and miss my pipe. My granddad smoked a pipe. I used to quite like the smell of it right now.
Yeah, I've smoked a pipe as well. It's quite good. Gary Glass says, when my old man caught me smoking, he sat me down in the kitchen and made me smoke one after the other until I puked.
Yep. Did it do any good, Gary?
He tried it with me. It cost him a lot if he tried it with me.
Yeah.
Right,
Robert says he gave up smoking due to quad heart bypass. Well, that's as good a reason as any.
That'll do it.
But
That was 4 years ago then, Robert,
I
obviously.
Yeah.
Let's get some,
stopped before I got that far.
let's get some bubble wrap.
And Johnny Wood Design says cow milking twice a day by hand is okay, but it sucks in cold weather.
Just get rid of the middle hand. Just drink it straight out the teeth.
Bottle cabinet says keep a cow No thanks. I see the mother-in-law often enough.
Oh, that's a cracker.
Ooh.
Oh, don't tell the wife that.
Right, let's
I'm
right,
having a word with Mrs. Kavanagh tomorrow.
I've got some
Yeah.
bubble wrap here. Let's use this to
Right. Let me take a screenshot of that.
put some colour on this, I think. So just got some standard bubble wrap here that we're going to use just to create a little bit of a stipple effect, because I want it on the high parts, not the low parts. So we'll just cut this into some chunks.
Yeah, Gary Glass says, no, Brian. It cost him 20 pence in edges, and I still kept smoking for a few years anyway. Stopped in the 20s, in his 20s. Lovely old job.
I'm glad
Right.
you've stopped now. Good man.
So let's get some gloves.
Roy's
Yeah,
boy
yeah.
says he was at Steve's demo the other night, Kingston Wood Turners, and he chose plum. Roy didn't even have to ask.
What?
Well, I thought I better use plum because he joined the club.
Paul Kavanagh says, I think my account's been hacked.
Yeah, funny that, Paul. Convenient time. Actually, my Facebook account's been hacked. My friend Ruby told me.
Did she get another friend request for you?
Yeah, and Facebook emailed me to say it's been hacked and they're going to sort it out.
They're going to sort it out. Have you changed the password?
No, I don't give a right monkey's. I'll just delete Facebook if I have to. I ain't fussed about that.
Just change your password, Terry. Do the sensible.
I can't remember the one I had. So.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Right, so first colour was turquoise, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
apparently.
Joe Sonia,
Yeah.
iridescence.
Oh, not iridescence
Plum.
again.
Yeah, well, I ain't got no
Yeah,
other
they
turquoise.
shine lovely, don't
I
they?
ain't got no other
Oh,
turquoise.
Bored with iridescence.
Intermediate says there's 85 people listening to Terry and Brian.
Only joking. Only joking.
I'm going to cry in the corner. Get rid of that off of there.
Only joking, Steve. You work away there.
Benjamin
chat.
says urgent. Roy, have you heard the news? Martin Saban Smith is going to stop making plum.
Oh, no.
Right, so we're going to just crimple up our bubble wrap gently. We're going to put this on overhead so you can see that one. I think.
Enchanted Wood Designs. This is a heartfelt plea here, guys. Enchanted Wood Design says 4 heart attacks, and I still can't quit smoking.
Okay, well, Enchanted Word Designs, the fifth one may help you do that.
Right. So we're just
Greg
going to
Alexander's
answer
in.
that, buddy. It's just purely as a matter of willpower.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully you'll get over it.
Hopefully you'll find the strength somewhere.
So we're just going to flatten out the iridescent a little bit, and then we're just going to stipple in our bubble wrap. And we want to take some of it off because we don't want it thick on our piece because it'll just come white.
Mm-hmm.
So if we
So Dire Emergency has just said Facebook thing is cloning accounts and trying to ask people to add them as a friend. It isn't necessarily your account being hacked, but cloned.
Okay, I don't care anyway.
Right, so we're just going to gently
Even if I've
stipple
been
this on in places.
Okay.
Andy Monday Rowe says, we only come here for the comedy. I don't know, you're in the wrong place. Comedy?
Well, some of them are funny, Brian.
Well, that's true.
Most of them.
Indeed. Roy says, no. Why is Roy saying no?
Be Val's still here, now.
Hello, Val.
Val. Oh, Val, you still here? Love you.
I thought you'd fallen asleep. There you go. Kevin 9K says, my dad was a 40-a-day man, 8 heart attacks, and the second stroke got him.
Okay.
Oh dear. Not good.
It's getting a bit morbid now.
Right,
Yeah, let's
boys,
change the subject.
Yeah. Martin
take up
should
deep
give me
sea
commission.
diving.
I'm changing the subject. Terry, Martin should give me a commission as plum is now the most used than all the others.
Yeah.
Right, so the next colour was the blue. The only blue I've got is iridescent blue. So that will have to do.
Oh, blue.
Iridescent blue.
Blue, blue, my world is blue.
So exactly the same. Just put a blob on the board. Get a clean
Yep.
piece of bubble wrap. Making sure the bubbles are on the outside, not the inside, because obviously all bubble wraps have the flat side and then the prominent side. I'm just going to do exactly the same. Stipple it.
Stipples.
Don't want it on too thick because you'll just end up with white blobs everywhere. So
This is true. Andy Bondiro says, I smoked for the grand time of 53 minutes. That was enough. I'm done.
Only cigarette ran out.
Good man. Disgusting, terrible habit. Smells horrible.
I had about 3 drags of one, and that was enough for me.
Yeah. That'll do, mate.
So just a little bit on the top here.
Uh-huh.
So we'll just do the other end.
That cutter's a nice cutter then, Steve.
Yeah, it is nice. It cuts really well. I didn't have to sand hardly any at all down on it. So it came out really well. So, right, the last colour. Do we go for a red or do we go for a gold?
Oh, red.
Ruby said blue, but you got blue and black. And...
It's blue.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the only blue I've got in iridescence is the iridescent blue. I've just put that on. But it does look a bit...
So what about gold might go, silver might go.
Red.
Actually. Silver
I ain't got a silver.
Red.
It's iridescence.
No.
They're Drew Sonias.
Red.
Red then.
Red.
Dark red then.
I've got red or violet, so red. Right, so red it is. Brian said it's red.
If it all goes rubbish, then we can blame Brian.
Trust me, red. Trust me. Susie, you always want gold.
Well, yeah, it's a typical one, isn't it?
Oh, you're trying to say Susie's a gold digger?
Always want
Be
gold,
careful
yeah.
there, you.
Well, you know.
See, Roy the boy agrees with me. So does Gary. Red.
By emergency, wants gold as well.
It's not very red.
Well, you know what the Joe Sonias are like.
You got to wait for it to develop, dry.
Andy, the Valley Wood Turner Bundy Row says it was a John Player Special Black given to me by a block corporal when I was a junior soldier. Where did you
Smoke
go to
it,
juniors,
lad,
Andy?
or look out.
Andy, where were you a junior
Where'd you go
soldier?
soldiering?
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, true. The professor says red is nearly plum. You want a contrast on it.
Red is nothing like plum.
This
That same hue.
this red is very pinky red, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not a red.
But you could still put a bit of gold on that as well, Steve.
You could. If you wanted to ruin it, that is.
What a red.
Don't worry about him.
Terry, since when have I worried about him?
Right.
Exactly.
Let's try a bit of gold.
Careful, boys.
You watch it pop now, you put the gold on it.
Mr. G's Wood Turner says, why not green? Got green on it already.
Turquoise.
You're doing
is good.
gold.
Green's turquoise, isn't it?
Blimey, make your mind up.
Ah, dear. See, I was a junior soldier too.
Woolwich Barracks he was in. Guards department.
Oh, Woolwich Barracks.
Burbright.
Burbright. Those did juniors in.
Roger
Woolwich.
Kent's in. Hello, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
I was in Shorncliffe. Do you know where Shorncliffe Barracks are? Sir Roger Moore Barracks. Shorncliffe.
That looks good as it spins. Look at that.
All right, I'm not putting no more colour on that. That's enough.
Let it dry.
So I just get the hairdryer on and just draw the hot air gun, just dry off a little bit. Just dry it up a little bit.
Pretty. Well, look, Doug Miller says, I've just realised I left my Mountain Dew in the shop when I changed my folder.
Pain in the
Lucy
backside.
says, "What were you, Brian?"
What were you in the army?
I
Sergeant
was
Major.
a Warrant Officer Class 2. Company Sergeant Major.
Basically a pain in the butt. Well,
The one
before
who
that-
shouted all the time. That's the one he was.
at the time, yeah.
Did the old drill course.
Had a big
Cetera.
job.
Taught drill. Taught everything, basically.
He was the one you hated when you joined.
Mm.
Trevor P., the hobby woodturner, wants to know what's the part number for the Manpa
I
cutter.
just said that. Wake up, Brian.
No, I've already taken it off. I put a link in earlier for the Manpa cutters.
Has it got the part number on the box? Let's have a quick look.
Do I have to go and get it again?
Yeah, do
I
something.
mean, for goodness sake.
MP21-6 no, MP21-2-6.
21-2-6. No, that's 5, Brian. 6. There you go.
Royce
There
the
you
voice
go.
says Woolwich Barracks is the artillery.
It is.
Right, so what I'm going to do is just to enhance that a little, I'm going to put a little bit of acrylic lacquer over the top of that.
Copy. Here you go. There's the link. There's the link for said cutter. Right there. Just like that.
So I'm just going to cover my line again.
The job's done, Trevor. I can't believe I'm good at it to you guys. I really don't.
Right, so
Sir
little,
Brian. Yes, Andy. That's correct.
little bit of
You don't have to call me sir now. I'm long retired.
Yeah.
I've been retired for 30 years from the army. Haven't I?
That's longer than most people are in it.
Correct. Oh,
Lucy wants to know the corps you were in. Careful.
Maybe
That's
can't
fine.
tell you that.
no,
Say-
maybe,
Private message.
yeah, maybe not on the live.
Yeah.
Oh no, my can's just run out. What's going on there?
Shouldn't have a can with legs on.
Kev, you should have took it. If they offered you a commission to go in as a teacher, you should have took it. Because the pension is fabulous.
Got another tin here somewhere.
Certainly for officer types.
Oh, it's out of stock at chainsaw bars. The cutter.
Oh,
That's because too many blinking wood turners are using it and portraying it, so everybody else is buying it.
right, the boy says he did 18 years in the army.
Oh,
Good
that's
man.
how he learned to.
Right.
That's how he learned
I
to
did
fiddle everything.
I did 24 and a half years. And,
he was on what's the one where they do all the
Yeah.
where they do all the stores.
He was in stores.
They called me
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Get you anything you want, mate.
You ain't got it
no,
here, mate, but if you want me
sorry.
in the back
Kelly's
for a
Heroes.
few shillings.
I can imagine him in this. I can imagine him in the stores of Kelly's Heroes, a film.
yeah, but you see, here's the thing: that storemen are more commonly known as acquisition experts.
Because they know where to get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I had a bloke come around the other days. He was peddling his wares. He said he's a vision specialist.
Yeah.
Basically a window cleaner.
Vision specialist.
Oh. What's Andy? Right, did you very kill? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Andy. On many occasion.
Right, let's get that dry. That'll be about it, I think, then.
Lucy worked for the army educators when she was in the civil service. Where,
Yeah.
Lucy? The army education corps, I don't know if they still exist or not, do they?
She was probably the last one out. Oh, that conjures up a lot, Kev. Imagine Roy in MASH. No.
Yeah.
Want a Jeep? Want a Jeep?
Radar. It'd be a good radar.
Radar. Give me radar, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they all try that, Gary. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Wasn't funny then, still isn't funny. You're not allowed to do that anymore, Gary. Send people to the quartermaster stores for a long stand or
Stand.
a
Or when I
left-hand
was when I was
screwdriver
an
or
apprentice engineer, used to send you for a spirit level bubble.
Yeah.
Just a bubble.
Tartan paint.
yeah, no, it's
Tartan
not
paint.
allowed anymore. Yeah, box
Not-
of building rings, yeah.
Oh shit. Not proper.
The old one's the best. Yeah.
Twisted Pete says that his dad left the RAF with a full tool set after discovering that if you cut a spanner in half, the stores would give you 2 replacements. He was particularly proud of getting 2 hacksaws.
Well, that's where I went there. Hiya, Matzah's in.
Good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
How
How
you
the
doing?
devil are you? You just dry this
See,
off. And
Oh,
Roy bottled out again. Look, see, when he was built, when we built bridges, he was the pin man and give the orders using the radio. He's a lazy tool rag, isn't he?
it's dry. All done.
oh.
Get rid of that. So what we got to get rid of that, and that. Put that away. Put that away. That can go in the bin.
But not a lot of
Jack
people
just-
done what Dr. Bob did, and he said he spent 2 years and 47 days as a POW in Cambodia
Indeed.
and survived. Well done, mate.
Yeah, well done.
Not well done for being there, but well done for surviving it.
And not to mention getting poisoned by Agent Orange as well.
For the privilege
had
of
it.
serving your country.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Bob, I have all the respect in the world for you, my friend.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely.
My poor old uncle spent 2 years in a prisoner of war camp in Japan. Said the only reason they kept him alive was because he was a medic and he could bring the others back after they were tortured, so they can torture him again.
Barbaric. But anyway.
Yep.
Right, so let's have a look at this. So can you see that on there? So
Beautiful.
don't know if it's light shining on too much. But anyway,
That's lovely. That's gorgeous.
so textured the ends, left the sides natural.
It's nice.
What I will do is once that's all, I'll give that a couple of days to dry, and then I'll sand off the tenon on the back. But other than that, she's there. So let's go on.
If you put a nice piece of foam on the bottom, you could run it through your thicknesser planer.
Yeah. Paul Kavanagh says.
Yeah, I could do actually. Yeah,
Well,
that'd be a good idea.
That's
Paul
what I do.
Kavanagh says, "Well done, Dr. Bob. Puts my 20 years as a POW (brackets prisoner of the wife) to shame."
There's always one in there.
Prisoner of the wife. Yeah,
That's
I'm going to tell Michelle that I feel like a POW.
That looks very good, Steve.
So it's a bit bright in it.
Oh,
Lights
it
it
I
up.
does.
like that cutter. Yeah, that
Nice,
cutter's good. I'm gonna have to
nice.
get one of those.
So I could have done a few more cut lines in it really, but I think if you go too much, you ain't really got a lot to colour onto.
Play with
it.
them, yeah.
But anyway, that's what it is. I'll take a photograph of it and
Very good.
stick it up on the social of the media.
I think you should make a little base for that. Stand
Would
it
it,
up.
would it look better that way, or would it look better that way?
No, that way. Just
That
like
way.
that. Yep.
Yep.
I've
I
got
think it
some.
would look nice.
I've got some brass. I
Vertical
could put a little
lines.
brass foot in there.
You could
Vertical lines, lovely, perfect.
look nice.
But anyway, it was more about playing with this new
Tool.
cutting blade. Like I say, the Manpa 8mm Carbide, 6mm Carbide piece. Get my head
Apparently,
out.
there's the link for it, but apparently they haven't got it in
8mm,
stock.
8 or
But,
6, Steve.
I'm sure you'll be able to back order it if you wanted to.
So yeah, it was more about playing with that. Yes, they're not the cheapest, but what is cheap? What's good?
Yeah, you
Is
get
it-
what you
is-
pay for, mate.
Exactly. So, but obviously, you see it cuts really nice. Hardly any sanding at all I had to do on it. So worked really, really well in my eyes. So
Mhm.
yeah. So if there's any questions, we will answer before we go.
I'm trying to figure out how to search that again. Search that.
I don't know. I would imagine other companies do. If you Googled them, I would imagine other.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
think so.
when I googled it in the beginning, there are some for sale on eBay and places like that too.
Oh,
So
right, okay.
you can get them. It's just that that's the link I went to, and that's the first link that comes up on Google when you Google it. It's that chainsaw place.
Yeah, because
And
that's
Jeremy
what.
says, nice one, Steve. Always impressed with what you can do with the lathe that doesn't go in reverse.
Thanks, Ben.
With a non-backwards lathe.
You don't need a
Well, that's
backwards
a good
lathe when
thing.
you've got a backwards turner.
Okay.
Good night, Ruby.
Good
Have
night,
a
Ruby.
pleasant one.
Night, Ruby. Thanks for coming over.
Have a good weekend.
So,
The weekend started.
Twisted Pete got a premiere, 9:30, 12 minutes.
okay, we'll be off, Pete.
Put the link in.
We'll be there.
Only a 5-minute video. 12 minutes to go.
Tape. I'll tell you, Roy. Hang on. It is
Size of the piece.
7 3/4 inches across on the widest point, and 8 1/4 in height.
There you go.
And it's
Tell you what might look nice on that.
40mm thick.
A little bit of backlighting from an LED.
An LED.
If you had it on a
No,
stand,
no. A bit of underlighting from it. Not
down
back,
the way.
down the bottom. Shine up across the colours.
No,
And
not
the
underneath.
black
No,
lines would look even
No.
better, yeah.
no,
What
Yeah. Or,
what about like
or
that?
down
No.
the top.
What about like that?
no,
Not the back. Not the back. Not the back.
no.
That's it.
Backlight it.
Down the top, look. Down the top. Just
Down the
lean it
top,
backwards
what?
a bit. Lean it
Like-
backwards a bit.
Like that.
There you go. Look at that. Look. Perfect.
I'm thinking if it's on a stand, you could put an LED lamp in the back of it, just as a little uplighter, so as it has a light coming up the back of it.
Yeah, well, that would make the front go in even more contre jour when it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Even more darkness. You want the colours to reflect out.
Yeah.
The only job with the light in the bag, that'll show the cobwebs up on the shelf.
Well, that's true.
Oh, if Nick sees hairs, that should kill me.
She won't go in there again. That's good.
It's okay. I've just sent her a message.
She's not happy with me anyway, because I keep telling her I'm going to turn the spare bedroom into an office. She's not happy, bunny.
Is she not? Oh dear.
I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to buy the worktop.
Yeah,
and
just do it anyway. Do it. I mean, what's the worst can happen? She won't speak to you for a week, and then you'll be fine.
That's it. I'm doing it
Then
tomorrow.
she'll want to
I'm doing
borrow
it
some
tomorrow.
money. Can I have this, Steve? She'll say. And then you'll say, well, you didn't speak to me for a week. Moan, whinge. And you'll give her and she'll be happy then.
I'll tell you what, love. I'll give it to you as long as you don't speak to me for another week. How's that?
Yeah, how's that? Yeah. That's good.
Anyway, I can't be late in tonight. Nick's lost the voice, and I don't want to miss it. So,
Okay.
Andy
miss it,
says,
please.
Pete would say flames would make it look really good,
would.
but then Pete burns everything.
You'll get no carrots, Steve. Well, I could live without that one because I'm not a great lover of carrots.
Paul Cadmus says, if you do it, can I have your lathe? Oh dear.
Anyway, I think that's it. I think we're going to go.
9:20. Yep.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all coming
Thank you,
over and
thank-
joining us, and a massive thank you to each and every one of you.
Oh,
I think there was 80 people in there at one time, so a massive thank you for that.
86.
Oh,
86, I
86.
think was the
86.
maximum.
Oh, thank you
I
very
think
much.
84 or 86. Can't
So I appreciate that. Really do appreciate it. Your support means the world. I will be back Sunday. Don't know what I'm turning
will.
yet, but I want to try and do a two-parter because I'm fed up of doing single weekly challenges or
Is
pieces. So
Nikki available for Sunday?
yes, she is. Yes, she's working
Oh,
tomorrow,
thank
not
God.
Sunday.
Thank God for that.
But you haven't got any braille up there, have you? So she lost her voice. You have to type it in.
Yeah, but I'm sure she'll be well though. She's at work tomorrow, so she'll be
Box is
fine.
very good.
She'll be very.
You'll
she'll
have to
all
be well then.
right. So it's not a problem, Gary. Anytime. I don't mind doing it. I actually enjoy doing demonstrations. I love. It's nice to be here. Hashtag
Don't
week.
forget hashtag week. Yeah.
Hashtag week. Yeah, it's I need the pictures
by
in by
next
week
Friday.
week today.
Next
Yeah,
Friday.
week today. So
Yeah,
you've still got
next
plenty of time. I've had a few in already. Some interesting pieces.
I can't
So-
get a decent picture of that bowl.
Can you not?
That's because
No.
the bow's not very good. Yeah.
I'm stunned
good,
into
you'd get a
silence.
lovely
I'm
picture.
stunned into silence.
That's,
Mr.
Good,
Bray.
get it right.
that was a bit harsh. That was, Terry.
It was true, but harsh. That's,
So,
I
ba-boom,
come in diplomatic.
ba-boom.
Midfielders.
I can't believe it. After me going to all the trouble of gold leafing at him, I can't get a decent picture of him.
No, you won't.
Anyway.
I'll take it out. I'll do a picture outside. that's
Anyway, we're going to go. So, anyway, quick joke for you
Cheerio.
before we go. Quick joke for you before we go.
all.
A woman walks into the doctor's surgery with a piece of lettuce sticking out the top of her knickers. The doctor says, "Oh, that looks quite nasty, madam." She goes, "Oh, that's just tip of the iceberg." Anyway, with that, we're going to go. Good night, guys. Take care. See you soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in. Cheerio.
Oh.
That's all, folks.